Political parties in Nigeria begin to gear up towards the 2027 general election. There is a need for political parties to create a very cohesive atmosphere within its rank. Just like what is happening in the People's Democratic Party, as well as even the ruling APC, there has been a little bit of feud and conflicts internally that is being brewed as a result of interest coming into play. Hello, dear. Thank you for joining us on Political Affairs on Karma TV. My name is Chris Jacobs, and I've been joined by Sadia Shilling. She is a woman activist, a seasoned politician, as well as senior special advisor to the governor of Adamawa State. And she joins me now to further the conversation. Sadia, Honorable Sadia, it is a pleasure to have you on Political Affairs.
Thank you for having me.
That's right. Now, I'd like to start with national issues first of all. Going by the preamble, political parties in Nigeria are beginning to gear up towards the 2027 general election. However, that's not to say these parties do not have certain internal wranglings. You have the People's Democratic Party. Are we saying here that the People's Democratic Party has put its house in order, or what is going on with the People's Democratic Party in terms of the wrangling we see?
Mr. Chris, I think People Democratic Party, our house have been in order for so long. But there's always a disagreement before agreement.
Sure.
So what you're seeing now is just a disagreement of misunderstanding, or let me say misconception.
Okay.
People might just be seeing things from a distance and assuming it is what it is. After all, it is not. So the leadership of the People Democratic Party are doing their very best to put the house in order, which they have done now. Because what you've seen in the television is just a fairy tale. Yeah, that's what we call it. That's why I call it. It's just a fairy tale because what happened was just it was an internal house issue. It was a caucus meeting, so it was an internal house issue. So like I said earlier, there is no disagreement. There's always a disagreement before agreement. After that misunderstanding, they have agreed with each other, and the party has taken its own shape.
Some will say one of the reasons why the People's Democratic Party lost the last general election was because of something like this. The crisis that wasn't able to be extinguished by those power that be within the ranking of the People's Democratic Party. I hope we are not going to experience the same thing that Nigerians have experienced with the People's Democratic Party in the last general election.
What happened in the previous election, similar to what happened now? What happened now? Are we in the campaigning era, or
not yet? But of course, the political parties are getting set for their either NEC meeting, convention, not just the PDP, other political parties as well.
Yes. See, let me tell you, what happened in the past, we won our election as far as politics is concerned, and as far as Nigerian citizens are concerned. We won our election, but it was unfortunate that we were rigged. And this we don't want to hear it again ever in the party PDP. Yes. What the slogan we will have now is, we have won. Okay. Whatever that happened, whatever that transpired, it was in the past. But now we are united.
All right. So what you're saying now, there is no crisis in the PDP?
No, as far as we're concerned, there was no crisis. What happened, the tale by moonlight that happened yesterday was just a fairy tale, just like I said, but the house is in order.
All right. Now, before the 2015 general election, there was a merger of various political parties that formed the All Progressive Congress, which ousted the People's Democratic Party from power after 16 years of leadership, in this country. Now, 2027 general election is going to be a kind of a hard nut to crack. Do you see possibilities of a merger, to oust the ruling All Progressive Congress?
Everybody in Nigeria is tired with the old APC. I don't know. Everybody in Nigeria is tired, both the rich and the poor. So when you talk about merger, I think if there's going to be any merger, I think everybody will just join the PDP to fight a common enemy.
Okay.
I think this is just the merger we're talking about now.
Okay.
But I'm not aware of any merger, but if you're talking about any merger for us to come and conquer, I think the entire those small political parties that are having like 1,000, 2,000 votes in the general election, I think they are coming back to join PDP for us to fight this fight because we need to fight it to the extreme.
Interesting. Now, over the years, we have seen how the judiciary has played to the gallery of the presidency, called the president, and recently some have called for the independence of the judiciary. I know you are not a legal practitioner, but of course, you said earlier that at the last general election, the People's Democratic Party won the election, no doubt about that. And of course, they were rigged. And the final arbiter to pronounce, the declaration was actually, apart from INEC, the court also was, during the Supreme Court ruling, and they affirmed the victory of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as substantive president of, Nigeria. So questions have been raised whether or not the judiciary has been independent all this while, and ordinarily it's supposed to be independent. Are you still emphasizing and calling, adding your voice to some of the voices that have been speaking that the judiciary should be independent?
Just like you've just said, I'm not a legal practitioner. I don't have anything to do with any legal aspect. But I think it is supposed that the judiciary should be independent. I think so. Because, once they are not independent, they are just answerable to some set of people. They will just be answerable to some set. And this is where rigging is legalized. Whenever an election is being rigged and it's been taken to the judiciary, because it's subjected to because it's not independent, it's not a body of its own. It's not a body of its own, so it's time to defend. It's time to defend whoever that is ruling. It cannot justify anything. There will be no justice or no fair hearing.
Some persons say as long as it is the presidency that appoints the chief judge or chief judge of the federation, as well as appointing chairman of Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), it will definitely dance to the tune and to the gallery of
yeah, sure. This is something we cannot shy away from. But as far as they are human beings and we are human beings too, we will just be praying that God should just use them to do the needful.
But 2015, we saw a different twist of the game entirely when Jega was the INEC boss and Bello Goodluck Jonathan was the president of course, of Nigeria on the wings of the People's Democratic Party, and yet he lost the election. So there is still possibilities of the judiciary not playing to the gallery of the party that be or the ruling party at that particular period of time.
Well, I think the way things are moving now, they might be playing their own. They might be playing their game the game in their favor because even them they know that both the rich and the poor are crying, and nobody is enjoying this government. There's nothing good about this government. We're just suffering and smiling at the same time. But we still say Alhamdulillah to everything we are passing through. But whatever they want to do, let me tell you, whatever they want to do, even if he appoints his own son or his daughter as the INEC chairman or the Attorney General of the Federation, I believe something good will still come out. Because sometimes, it's your conscience will judge you.
Oh, sure.
Yes, we'll just leave them with their conscience and their instinct. Let it judge them.
But you cannot completely exonerate the fact that nothing good is happening in this government. If you look at the fight against corruption and what EFCC is doing in recent times, you can attest to the fact that perhaps the Tinubu-led administration is bent to fighting corruption.
Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely, power corrupts. So who are they fighting? Are they fighting those that are supposed to be, those that they're supposed to fight?
All right, let me allow you to catch your breath now. We'll come back and then build on this very critical issue. All right, you're watching Political Affairs on Kama TV. We'll take a short break and be back in a moment. Join us again. All right, glad to know you're still there. If you've just tuned in, you're watching Political Affairs on Karma TV. I've been speaking with Honorable Saidia Shilling. She is a woman activist as well as a seasoned politician and special advisor to Governor Amadou Fintiri. All right. In recent time, we have seen how the EFCC, is gaining ground, as in the momentum that the EFCC is coming up with seem to be improved, upon, unlike the previous leadership of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission. Will you say that the Tinubu-led administration is bent in fighting corruption?
Well, they have tried their own best. I think we will not say that there's no credit in the EFCC. They have done their own, they have took their own credit. But me, I'm still saying that power corrupt, absolute power corrupt, absolutely. This is wherever there's corruption, there's always corruption. So this is just it. But they have done their best and we salute them in our own way.
Okay. All right. Another thing that is making rounds is the complaint from some quarters about the appointment of key officers by the Tinubu-led administration in terms of heading either ministries or parastatals, department, and so on. Some have raised this complaint that it is regionally, ethnic, extraction, particularly a particular ethnic group, are the ones spearheading some of these, departmental agencies. And if you try to juxtapose it, you could as well recall that former President Muhammadu Buhari did same, and that made people to raise a lot of eyebrows as regard to the appointment without actually looking at whether federal character should come to play or, creating a very even distribution of these appointments.
Well, in terms of appointment, I think you will only appoint who you are comfortable working with. Because you cannot appoint somebody that is going to come and be a problem to you instead of solving a problem and then he becomes a problem. So you will, as a leader, you should always be in your own comfort zone. Yes, your politicians should be subjected to you and answerable to you, not to come and be rubbing shoulders with you. So you appoint whoever you are comfortable working with. This is one thing
I invariably saying that for the fear of the uncertainty, or rather for security reasons, these leaders appoint who they know and who they know they can work with.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now let's come back to Adamawa State. Of course, as a senior special assistant to the governor of art and culture, we have seen how the different tribes, ethnic groups in Adamawa State have been united. As a matter of fact, Adamawa State is like a mini hegemony of Nigeria because there's no state in the federation that has multiple tribes like Adamawa State. How would you react to the ability of Amadou Fintiri to creating a very harmonious and united Adamawa? Because we have not had over a period of time where communal clashes, ever since he assumed office.
Well, Governor Amadou Fintiri has been a peacemaker like he has always been. He's a leader that has his own style of leadership, uniting people together, bringing all tribes together, harmonizing us to be one, no religious difference and no ethnic difference. He is a man of all. He is the man of the people. But there's nothing you will not do that will not be criticized, even as a leader. So whatever you see Governor Amadou Fintiri is doing, he is doing his own possible best as the chief security of Adamawa State to make sure that there is no insecurity in Adamawa State. But
all right. Now, I can remember during his first tenure in office, as in during the first term, his inaugural speech captured the plans and policies of dealing with the dreaded Sheila boys, who have been a menace to, most part of the state, particularly the state capital. And his second term in office, of course, has come and is characterized with more efforts to dealing with these with the shenanigans of these Sheila activities. How would you describe the recent gains by Adamawa state government, with the security operatives taking the fight to the enclaves of these Sheila boys?
Well, Adamawa state government are working hand in hand with the security agencies to make sure that those groups or touts, or I don't know how to call them, they are being dealt with, and which they have.
Yeah.
So, because now you can easily walk on the streets, even holding your phone, there's no Sheila boys. The little ones that are remaining, I think the security agencies are trying their best to catch them, and they've caught a lot of them now. So I think this is a plus to the state government, because with their maximum cooperation, the security agencies have uh, achieved a lot. Because without the contribution and the support of the state government, even the security agencies cannot do anything.
All right. I know apart from being a politician, you are a woman activist. I'd like you to talk to me about the level of empowerment of women in Adamawa State by the Fintri-led administration. Looking at Paweka and what Paweka has been able to achieve, the smiles, that to put on the faces of so many women. Talk to me about, so far, how far, with these policies of empowerment.
Well, in terms of contribution, I think Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fintri is the best.
How do you mean? In what?
In terms of empowerment, he is the best.
Okay.
Because he has empowered a lot of women petty traders that have started doing their own small scale businesses, even at home. This 50,000 naira just the last quarter of last year, he has empowered 65,000 women. 65,000 women. 65,000 women across the state are not small. Women are jubilating. Women are even praying that let the constitution change so that Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fintri will come back for the third time.
Yeah.
Because they have seen they have seen everything they wanted in him. Because he has stood by the women for so much that he has supported us to the maximum. And we're saying thank you to him.
That is about 325 million naira.
Yes.
Budgeted
Yes.
for.
Yes.
Because I calculated 65,000 times 50,000.
Yes.
Interesting. All right. I'd like you also, before we take our final break, to further this conversation as regard to because I've seen that other states are trying to emulate what Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri did. I know women sometimes you people like yourself in such a way that you become too, for lack of a better word, selfish. You just want everything for yourself. And the 35 affirmative action that women have been calling for, do you think is about being achieved in Adamawa State, looking at the automatic ticket given to women to deputize local government chairmen, because 21 local government, the deputies of these chairmen are all women. And that indeed is commendable. But I don't know what to make of it. Do you people still need more as a woman now? Do you still need more? Or by this now, have you achieved your 35 affirmative action?
Mr. Chris, we will not say no when you talk about needing more.
Okay.
We will always need more if there's need for us, or if there's a chance for us to have more, we will need more. But talking about the 35% affirmation, I think we have gotten 45% already. Because for women to deputize 21 LGA male, I think we've gotten 50-50 there already. Coming to the councillors, coming to the commissioners, coming to the SA, senior special advisors, senior special assistants, all of these women have their own quota. I think we've gotten 45, but we will need more if there is more.
In what aspect, if there is more? Are you saying perhaps want to have local government chairpersons as women occupying?
Yes, I think what we will solicit for now is for local government chairs, women chairpersons, because we need that now. I think this record needs to be set by Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fintri, at least to give us like 5 to 6 women council chairs.
Okay, but also looking at the number of women in the Adamawa State House of Assembly, I think there's only one woman.
in Adamawa State House of Assembly.
Yeah.
Yes, gone are those days because that time I think we were naive. But now we've pressed on.
Okay.
2027 is going to be a year of difference for
Are we likely to see more women?
Yes, yes, we are likely to see more women in the House of Assembly, House of Representatives, even the Senate. I think women are.
All right. Now, I would like you to catch your breath and we'll take a break. When we return, we shall delve into another critical issue, that has raised concerns and jubilation in most part of Adamawa State. All right, you're watching Political Affairs and we'll take a short break. I'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us. You're welcome back. If you just tune in, you're watching Political Affairs on Kama TV. Of course, I've been speaking with Honorable Siadi Asholan. She's a Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Art and Culture. She's been furthering the conversation. Now, before the break, I ask you this question. As a Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Art and Culture, that depicts tradition, culture, as well as anything that is, part of the multifaceted level of, cohesion. Not quite long, Adamawa State government, under the leadership of Right Honorable Amudu Fintri, created certain chiefdoms, traditional, offices, as well as, appointments of these first, second class, and third class chief. What do you make of it? Do you think, or do you see it as the way to go? Because leadership should trickle down to the people. Is it the way to go?
You see, these traditional institutions, Governor Audu Umaru Fintri did not just create them overnight. Concerned particular LGAs that have gotten their emirs now, I think they wrote their requests asking for their rights. We are all Adamawa citizens. Nobody is better than anyone and nobody is bigger than anyone. We are equal.
No tribe
is bigger and no tribe is small. We are all equal as far as Adamawa State is concerned. We are all sons and daughters of Adamawa State. So I think because they asked and then he grant their request, I think there's nothing wrong there. It's all in the spirit of inclusiveness. You understand? It's just he's just trying to harmonize everybody, to give everybody a sense of belonging. He's just making everybody feel comfortable as a citizen, bona fide citizen, sons and daughters of Adamawa State. So there's nothing wrong there.
But do you think that will make governance easier?
This is the way to go, just like you said. This is where the governance will be much more easier for everybody.
Because it's closer to the people.
Because he's closer to the people. Nobody will feel marginalized. Nobody will be marginalized anymore. If one emir will rule 8 ethnic groups and then majority are his own tribe, definitely the minority will be marginalized. So this is one thing. This is what they have requested for. Just for them to be independent too, as a tribe that is of Adamawa State and citizens of Adamawa State.
Interesting.
So this is just it's all in the spirit of unity. There's no fight there. There's no cause for any alarm. This is just in the spirit of unity.
Now, this chiefdoms, the creation of these chiefdoms are coming, at a time where local government in Nigeria have been granted autonomy, and that means, because governance has become closer to the people now, and local council chairmen are like the governors of their local government. So invariably, they are closer to the people. How much of work do these local government chairmen have, in helping this traditional institution reach out to the people?
The LGA chair as a chair of the local government, and then the emirs, you are going to work hand in hand with the emirs. The emirs are your responsibility. The council chair will take care of the emirs, their housing, and everything. That is why the emirs are under the local government of chieftaincy. Local government and chieftaincy affairs. Because they are going like this. Do you understand? They are going like this. The council chair and the emir, as far as that LGA is concerned, they are together and they are going to work together. Even for the security of that LGA, they are going to work together. So that emir is the sole responsibility of that council chair. He cannot even run away from that responsibility, unless if he wants to drop his seat as the council chair. But that emir is his responsibility and he must take care of the emir.
He must take care of the emir. Well, there is no better way to end this conversation than now. I want to thank you so very much, Honorable Sadia Shelang, Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Art and Council, Art and Culture rather. I would have wanted to ask as a woman activist on a lighter note whether or not you would still call for a female queen in local government council.
Yes.
But it's okay. I know in Nigeria it happens sometimes. We go Queen Amina of so we don't have that in such a on a lighter note anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you once again for finding time to come on the show. All right, viewers, this is where we have come to the end of the conversation. Thank you so very much for being with us from start to finish. Join us again, same time, same station, as we come with a fresh edition of the program. Until then, my name is Chris Jacobs on behalf of the production crew. God bless Nigeria.